So welcome back to my channel, friends, and today's video will be upon the topic of intermuscular spaces. Okay, so in the scapular region in the back of the body we have got three spaces in between the muscles, and they are actually having some important contents. Okay, so that is why, and that content itself makes these spaces very important. So we will be studying these three spaces, which are namely the upper triangular space, the quadrangular space, and the lower triangular space. Okay, so now let us start with the topic. So for starting the topic of the intermuscular spaces, first let us see the diagram. So we start with the intermuscular spaces. So first let us see the diagram. I'll make a very rough diagram of the scapula. Okay, so this is the scapula, and this is the scapula, and on this side we have the head of the humerus, and this is the shaft of the humerus. Okay, so this is a very rough diagram that I have made. Okay, now let us see the muscles that are coming. So these are the muscles that we have to see. Okay, and one more muscle that is coming all the way like this. Okay, so what are these? What are these? So this is the teres minor. What is this? It is the teres minor muscle. Okay, what is this? This one is the teres major muscle. And what is this muscle? This is the long head of the triceps. Long head of triceps. Okay, so these are the three T's. These are the three T's that you need to know: the teres major, teres minor, and the triceps long head. Apart from this is the shaft of the humerus. So these are the three intermuscular spaces that we see. Okay, so this one, and here over this side. So what are the spaces? These are the two triangular spaces. Okay, you can see the triangular boundary, and this one, it has a quadrangular boundary having four sides, so it is the quadrangular space. The one which is above is the upper triangular space, and the one which is below is the lower triangular space. Okay, so now these are the three spaces, and we have some important contents of each of the spaces. So now let us discuss individual spaces with their boundaries and the contents. So let us start with the upper triangular space. Okay, so now let us discuss the intermuscular spaces, the three spaces individually. Okay, so first we will start with the upper triangular space. But before that, let us make a very simple schematic diagram. Okay, so this one is a schematic diagram of the structures. So what is this? This is the shaft of the humerus. Okay, this one over here is the teres minor muscle. This one is the teres major muscle, and this one is the long head of the triceps. So the three T's: teres major, teres minor, and the triceps long head, and the shaft. This you have to remember. And what is this? The upper triangular space, the quadrangular space, and the lower triangular space. So let us see the upper triangular space first. the upper triangular space. Okay, so the upper triangular space, we will discuss the three boundaries, the superior boundary. So the superior boundary, it is formed by the teres minor muscle. To be precise, the lower border of the teres minor muscle. Okay. So this is the teres minor muscle that forms the superior boundary. The inferior boundary will be formed by the teres major. The T major or teres major will form the inferior boundary, and in particular the upper border. So the inferior boundary is formed by teres major, upper border of the teres major. Now, in this diagram, since this part is the shaft, and here we will have the scapula, which I have not made, but this is how it looks. So this will be the lateral side, and this will be the medial side. Okay. So based on that, this is the lateral border. Okay. So the lateral boundary of the upper triangular space. Who forms it? It is this thing, the long head of triceps, and in particular the medial border of the long head of triceps. So this is the long head of triceps, the medial border. Okay. Now the content. This has only one content. Let me write it with a different pen. It would be much more easily visible. So the content is a very important vessel, the artery that is known as the circumflex scapular artery, which is a branch of the subscapular artery, that is the largest branch of the axillary artery. The subscapular artery is the largest branch and a branch of the third part of the axillary artery. So that artery gives a branch, that is the circumflex scapular, and this artery will be the content of this upper triangular space. The circumflex scapular artery. Okay, so this is about the upper triangular space. Now let us move on for the lower triangular space. So let us start with the lower triangular space. Okay, so let us start with the lower triangular space. Now this one is the lower triangular space. It has this the lateral border, the medial border, and the superior border. Okay, so the lateral border, the lateral boundary, actually, the lateral boundary is formed by the shaft of humerus. The lateral boundary is formed by the shaft of humerus. This one is the medial boundary. Okay, so the medial boundary, what forms the medial boundary? It is formed by the long head of triceps, and that to the lateral border of the long head of triceps. So the long head of triceps. Okay, the superior border, the superior boundary, the superior boundary, who forms the superior boundary? It is the teres major muscle, and that too in particular its lower border. So the superior boundary is formed by the teres major muscle. Okay, so these are the boundaries of the lower triangular space. Now what is the content? So the contents, we have got two contents of the lower triangular space. The two contents that are of the lower triangular space, it includes the radial nerve and the arteria profunda brachii. Arteria profunda brachii is the first branch of the brachial artery, and the radial nerve is actually the branch of the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. The two of them, they come from the anterior compartment, they exit the anterior compartment via the lower triangular space, come into the posterior compartment, and then pass into the radial groove. So the two contents, what are they? One nerve, one artery. The artery is the profunda brachii artery. the profunda brachii artery, and the radial nerve. Okay, so the nerves and the arteries, I have discussed them all in my previous videos. The link will be in the comment section, in the description, sorry, and you can watch it from there. So these are the contents and the boundaries of the lower triangular space. The last and not the least is the quadrangular space. So let us see the quadrangular space. So the quadrangular space, it has four boundaries: the lateral boundary, the medial boundary, the superior boundary, and the inferior boundary. Okay, so the lateral boundary first. What forms the lateral boundary? The shaft of the humerus bone. What forms the medial boundary? It is the long head of the triceps. The long head of the triceps, the lateral border will form the medial boundary. So the long head of the triceps. Okay, so the superior boundary now. So what forms the superior boundary? It is the teres minor muscle, the lower border. So we have the teres minor muscle, the lower border of it. And the last but not the least, we have the inferior boundary. What is the inferior boundary formed by? It is the teres major muscle, the superior border. So the teres major muscle, the upper border of the teres major in particular. Okay. So these are the boundaries of the quadrangular space. Let us now discuss the contents. It again has two contents. Okay, two contents. What are the two contents? Again, we have one artery and one nerve. What is the artery? It is the posterior circumflex humeral artery that winds around the posterior part of the surgical neck of the humerus, and then it will anastomose with the anterior circumflex humeral artery, both of which are the branches of the third part of the axillary artery. Okay, and what is the nerve that passes? That is the axillary nerve. The axillary nerve is the branch from the posterior cord of the brachial plexus, again just like the radial nerve. Okay, so they will exit the axilla via the quadrangular space and go into the posterior compartment. So the two contents, one artery, one nerve. What is the artery? The artery is the posterior circumflex humeral artery. And what is the nerve? The nerve is the axillary nerve. So this is all about the intermuscular spaces. Okay, we have discussed all the three spaces: the upper triangular space, its contents and boundaries; the lower triangular space, the boundaries and the contents; and the quadrangular space as well. So just a quick recap about the contents. The upper triangular space, what is the content? It is the circumflex scapular artery, branch of the subscapular artery, which is the branch of the third part of the axillary artery. What is the content for the lower triangular space? We have two contents: the radial nerve and the profunda brachii artery. The third space is the quadrangular space, and what is the content? It is the posterior circumflex humeral artery and the axillary nerve. The axillary nerve, the branch of the posterior cord of brachial plexus, and this PCHA, or the posterior circumflex humeral artery, is the branch from the third part of axillary artery. So that's all for the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like the video, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.